This is the story of a person who is called grandfather of Telugu songwriting. He was a poet, musician, devotee and creator of Kirtanas. In Telugu literature, Tirumala, considered to be the first poetess, is wife of him. He composed 32,000 Kirtanas dedicated to kaliyuga Lord Venkateswara and all his devotees, which are simple, powerful, melodious and filled with devotion. The body that entangled in the cycle of existence, emotion and the relation. The mind that runs on the illusions by the play of thoughts, memories, desires and pleasures and so on, is separated from all these and hold on to the Creator who is doing all the magic and glories from the endless ocean with ultimate bliss. This is the story of that enlightened being. The story dates back to 6 centuries ago. Around 10 to 12 generations back, in the village of Tallapaka, Narayana Suri, a scholar, and his devout wife Lakshamamba were the parents of this tale. Despite many years of marriage, they remained childless. Their prayers, rituals, and oaths did not yield any desired result. Eventually, seeking the blessings of Lord Venkateswara, they embarked on a pilgrimage to Tirupati. There, after receiving Lord Venkateswara's blessings, they returned to Tallapaka. Some days later, their wish was granted. A son was born to them on the auspicious day of Vaishaka Suddha Paurnami, Sarvadarinama Savansaram. It is 22 of May 1403. This child grew up to be Annamacharya. As only child, Annamacharya was raised with love and care. His mother narrated tales of Lord Venkateswara's glories, while his father imparted knowledge and wisdom. Fueled by this devotion, Annamayya blossomed into poet and a composer in Tallapaka. One day, Annamacharya, seeking garika grass, a medicinal herb, ventured into the forest. Unfortunately, he injured himself while cutting the grass. In that moment, with that pain and blood, Annamayya resting under a tree. Then some chanting,
Govinda, Govinda, Sri Harivasa Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, 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 Venkataramana Govinda, 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 Anada Rakshaka Govinda, Govinda.
He heard the chantings from the pilgrims travelling to Tirupati. Soon, 16-year-old Annamayya joined them without any baggage or preparation. Not only Lord Venkateswara, chants of his name did magic and wonders on that day. That his parents' love, affection, friends, village, likewise anything doesn't hold back Annamacharya. The journey was nearly 100 kilometers on foot through the forest. He is visiting the temples along the way. While travelling from 7 hills, he finally catching a distant glimpse of the Tirupati Venkateswara temple. Overwhelmed with joy and unwavering devotion, Annamayya composed a Kirtana. Adivo, Alladivo, Sri Harivasamu, Padivela Sheshula, Padagala Mayamu, Adivo, Alladivo, Sri Harivasamu, Adi Venkatachalamakilonnatamu, Adivo Brahmadula Kapurupamu, Adivo Brahmadula Kapurupamu, Adivo Nitya Nivasamakilamunulaku, Adi Chududu, Adi Mukkudu, Adi Chududu, Adi Mukkudu Anandamayamu. In such state of blissful devotion, he continued his journey to Tirupati. Annamacharya's strength started to decline during the travel, since he didn't take any food. He became quite weak and sat on the ground close to a little temple. In that moment of need, the divine goddesses Alamanimanga Amavaru appeared before him as an old woman, offered him prasadam and sustained him, and eventually he disappeared from there. Finally, amid all the magic and glories, he reached Tirumala Tirupati. He had nothing to offer Lord Venkateswara, and even he is not that much rich to clear lost debt taken from Kubera. From then, every day Annamacharya would offer his heartfelt compositions as floral tributes to Lord Venkateswara. Annamacharya's devotion and musical offerings continue to captivate the hearts of devotees at Tirumala Tirupati. On the other hand, parents in Tallapaka were worried. They searched everywhere for the Annamacharya, but they were unsuccessful. It's been weeks and the parents feel sad and miserable as they look for Annamacharya. They eventually come to know that Annamacharya is in Tirupati. Immediately, they started journey to Tirumala Tirupati. Then they witnessed the miracles and divine experiences associated with Annamacharya. Annamacharya's compositions resonate to the hills, touching the hearts those who gather there. Seeing this, they were extremely happy with Annamacharya. They come to know that getting Annamacharya back home is difficult. Then they make every effort and manage to convince Annamacharya to head back home. To keep Annamacharya permanently in Tallapaka, they want a significant event to distract him from his unwavering devotion. They believed that marriage was the only thing that could truly lock anything. After this, Annamayya got married to 2 women. In Tallapaka, he is balancing his marriage life, devotion, responsibilities very precisely and composing kirtanas on the Lord from the Tallapaka itself. Then, after knowing about Annamacharya, the commander, later the king of Vijayanagara Empire, Salva Narasimharaya invited him as a friend and guru to his kingdom. From there, he composed kirtanas on the Lord Venkateswara and the temples in the Vijayanagara Empire. Annamacharya's devotion and fame spread across the kingdom. One day, king once requested Annamacharya to compose a kirtana on him after being mesmerized by the kirtana's beauty. Annamayya strongly replied that the tongue that praises the Lord will not praise the man. Despite great deal of wealth, royal connections and without fear for his life. Then the king ordered that the Annamacharya to be placed in jail and tied with heavy chains. In this way, even he knows he loses everything, fame, fortune, life, he continues to hold Lord Venkateswara. Then in the jail,
పాలనేత్రానాల ప్రబల విద్యుల్లత కేలి విహార లక్ష్మీ నారసింహ లక్ష్మీ నారసింహ పాలనేత్రానాల ప్రబల విద్యుల్లత కేలి విహార లక్ష్మీ నారసింహ లక్ష్మీ నారసింహ.
that kirtana did magics in the jail. Nothing was holding Annamacharya. After that, all the chains were broken. Soon after seeing Annamacharya's enlightenment, the king requested to serve him for the rest of his life despite being king. It diminishes the king's arrogance and shines knowledge and devotion upon him. That's the reason behind the proverb that says, friendship or enmity with the good ones always enhances one's life. Afterward, Annamacharya was not restrained by any bondage. He returned to Tirumala Tirupati and lived there for the rest of his life by serving the Lord Venkateswara and composing kirtanas on him. On Lord Venkateswara, he composed 32,000 kirtanas. Annamacharya's life is more than devotion. Through his kirtanas, he aggressively opposed social prejudice. This is one kind of kirtana.
బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పరబ్రహ్మమొక్కటే తందనానా హి తందనానా పురే తందనానా బాల తందనానా. బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పరబ్రహ్మమొక్కటే తందనానా బాల తందనానా. నిండారు రాజు నిద్రించు నిద్రను ఒకటే అండనే బంటు నిద్ర అదియునొక్కటే. మిండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే, మిండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే, చండాలుడుండేటి సరి భూమి ఒక్కటే, బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పరబ్రహ్మమొక్కటే, తందనాన బల తందనాన.
The time of Annamacharya has come. It is Palguna Masa, Bahula Dwadashi, Dundibinama Savasra. It is 4th of April 1503. On that day, the body made of 5 elements, you may call it a dead body of time or a pack of soil, everything dropped from him. Likewise, Annamacharya lived for about 95 years in terms of social existence. Along with his body, his pride and his work all gradually disappeared. At that time, there were several brutal invasions and ongoing battles in India's various parts. Maybe that is the reason Lord Venkateswara taken his pride and work. In 1922, after 4 centuries, Annamacharya's pride and his work came into existence. About 12,000 kirtanas were found in little secret room opposite to the Venkateswara's idol in Tirumala, Tirupati. See how innocent Annamacharya is. On one hand, millions of devotees are praying the Lord for health, wealth, education, jobs, marriage, relief from troubles, happiness and so on. But the innocent Annamacharya didn't ask him for anything, even though he gave up everything for him. Maybe all those couldn't bind Annamacharya. Is devotion a practice for desires or practice to experience and attain one who fulfills those desires? Aren't rituals, prayers and going to the temple not for the desires? Wealth, job, marriage, education, happiness and so on didn't bind a person? Is devotion something that binds or something that breaks bonds from everything? Ask that great one, the one without beginning or end, the one who plays from the infinite ocean of existence. Perform rituals and prayers not for desires, but to attain and experience one who grants those desires. Perhaps this is the main purpose of devotion. This is exceptional, unwavering story of a devotee. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the life and devotion of Annamacharya. We hope this story has inspired you. What will you ask if God appears to you tomorrow morning? Comment below. How do you think devotion can impact our daily lives? Is any of your desires come true? Share your experience below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe NavaYugaBharath and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from our rich cultural heritage. See you soon in the next video. This is Vivekananda Verma signing off.